So it's July 2020 and the big question is, should I buy a house now or should I wait until 2021? I'm going to answer that question, kind of, next. Hey everyone, how are you? It's Bergen Realtor Bob Dzienis with eXp Realty. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. So if you like what you see, don't forget to click that like button, the bell up at the top, leave a comment below, and also don't forget to subscribe. Also, make sure you stick around till the end of the video. I have a nice little surprise for you that's totally free and available for you to use. Alright, so let's answer that question I asked at the beginning of this video. Should I buy a house now here in 2020? Or actually, should I wait until 2021? And the reason I said kind of is really because it depends on you as a buyer and it depends on your situation. One thing I do want to mention, it's an incredible experience that we're all going through right now with the COVID-19 situation. Obviously, it's a very stressful and just emotional time for everybody here in the United States and across the world. But what's interesting to see is that the real estate market is still quite active here in New Jersey. And all of us as real estate agents, we're taking every precaution possible just to ensure everyone's safety. The real estate market didn't close down completely, but we did have some stipulations that were out there that have been lifted for now. Obviously, we'll see what happens as things progress over the next few months. So the market here in New Jersey, we've been able to start conducting open houses, obviously to maintain safety. We're doing a lot of virtual showings for buyers. It's important that we take safety first and we ensure everyone's safety across the board. All right, so let's get into a few reasons why it might be a good time to purchase a home now here in Bergen County or New Jersey. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it really depends on your situation, and if you think now is the right time, let me take you through some scenarios and situations just to give you some perspective. So the first thing to consider about a home purchase, whether it's during this pandemic right now or any time in general, is really, what is your situation like? The basic standard requirements are still there. So yes, you're going to need 3 to 6 months at least of savings. You'll have to show stability in your job, and you'll need either proof of funds if you're paying with cash, or if you're getting a mortgage commitment, you'll need a pre-approval as well. But just because mortgage rates are low, it doesn't necessarily mean that anyone can get a mortgage. In fact, the average credit score, let's say the minimum credit score that's required to get a mortgage, has actually gone up a little bit since the pandemic has started. So if you're in that situation where you do have that 3 to 6 months at least of savings, your job is stable and it continues to look like it will be stable throughout the remainder of the year, then maybe now could be the right time for you to purchase that home. So let's talk about the current real estate market here in Bergen County as well as across northern New Jersey. Inventory is definitely at a lower pace in comparison to last year. I just ran a data run from our MLS. If you look at the orange versus the blue, orange is 2020, you'll see a definite decline in the number of sold properties starting in March, and that just continued. Obviously, July's not done yet, but still more to come. This next chart shows January through June from 2019 as well as 2020. Look at the difference, the 515,000 versus the 550,000 from 2019 to 2020. That's showing a 7% increase in home prices. We're actually in a seller's market situation. So what that means is there's buyers who are out there, but there's not a lot of inventory for buyers to choose from. We're seeing inventory here in Bergen County that has less than 6 months. In some places you have 1 to 2 months of inventory. So what does that mean? That means there's not a lot for buyers to see because sellers haven't been putting their properties on the market. What's also interesting to see is that many homes priced well, priced right, are getting multiple offers. I went to an open house recently for a pretty popular property, and the reason it was popular, it had nice amenities and it was priced according to the market right now. And honestly, there had to have been at least 30 people, 30 couples waiting to get inside this property. So some people I've spoken to, just because of this corona situation, the coronavirus, they think that there's a corona discount. And honestly, that is further from the truth. In fact, here in Bergen County, in many towns, we're seeing increases between 5 and 10% from last year. Take a look at the orange bars, that's 2020. Prices have been rising since January. So home prices haven't gone down, they've actually gone up. One thing that I am recommending against, as many people are recommending against, is not to lowball. Don't lowball in this market because multiple offers are happening on homes that are priced right. I mean, what's the phrase, putting lipstick on a pig? right? You can put all the lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig, right? And pigs are cute and whatever, but I'm just using that as an analogy. Sellers who are trying to put lipstick on a pig and try to get the most money possible for their home, which is understandably so, if it's overpriced and it's not getting an offer, it's not market value. So I advise my buyers all the time, don't go in too high. The house still has to appraise appropriately for the bank if you have a mortgage. If you're paying cash, that could be a different story if you really feel strongly about wanting that home. But if you have a mortgage, you're going to have an appraisal. And the bank that you utilize is going to appraise the property to make sure that it appraises for market value. Now, if there have been homes that have been on the market for a long time, probably means they're not priced well, or the seller's not willing to necessarily come down in price. So you might have some room for negotiation if let's say a home's been on the market for at least 60 to 90 days. But with multiple offers happening right now here in Bergen County during the pandemic, there could be a chance that you don't get that property that you're hoping for. That means in no way that I won't fight for you and be your advocate. It's just the reality of what's going on right now. 5, 6, 7, sometimes 10 multiple offers. So it's really, really important that you have everything lined up before you go into the process of making an offer on a home, especially now. The biggest point that I do want to mention here is that value still comes into play in this market. But at the end of the day, if you're not seeing value in the home, or it is overpriced and there's just no room for negotiation, then maybe that's not the home for you, even in this market. All right, so there's my pontification. Just going through the process, kind of downloading a little bit of information for you based on what I'm seeing here in Bergen County right now. So this isn't meant to answer a question, it's just to give you some information. So is now the right time to purchase a home? At the end of the day, like I tell every buyer that I work with, it really depends on you and how comfortable you're feeling. Could now, during this pandemic, be a good time to purchase a home? Absolutely. Should you wait till 2021? Could be. But there are some factors like those lower mortgage rates that really could put you in a good position to purchase now. Listen, at the end of the day, real estate is still a very good investment. And yes, it could be scary, it could be exciting, it could be all emotions rolled into one. Even now, during this crazy time that we're all in, home purchases are still continuing to happen. So if you're in that mindset and you have that stability, then let's have a conversation. If you're considering a purchase now, if you're considering a purchase 2 years from now, feel free to reach out at any time. Here's my information. Feel free to email me or call me, text me, or send me a smoke signal. All right, so I promised you a little gift here at the end of the video. Thanks for sticking around, I appreciate it. So if you look down in the comments, down there I have a link to my free home buyer's guide. Just click the link, enter your information, and you'll get a free copy right away. My home buyer's guide gives you the whole buying process from start to finish. And in my home buyer's guide, you'll also find some allied resources that I trust highly to help ensure a smooth transaction. So I want to thank you guys for watching today. I'm Bergen Realtor Bob Dzienis with eXp Realty. Again, if you like what you saw, give me a like, click the little bell, leave a comment below. Don't forget to look for that home buyer's guide in the comments as well. Also, click that subscribe button to get new updates every week from my channel. So I'm Bob Dzienis with eXp Realty. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. We'll see you next week with my next video.